What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to use Fluxion. You're going to need two things for Fluxion to work. First is a Linux distribution. I'm on Kali Linux on a virtual machine. And the second thing is a wireless adapter as monitor mode. I'm currently using the Alpha AWUS 051NH. It supports 2.4 and 5 gigahertz and also has monitor mode. I will leave a link down in the description below so you can order it off of Amazon if you want to. I'll probably do a review on it later or in a future video. Anyways, the first thing what you're going to want to do is scroll to the bottom where it says installation. And you're going to want to copy this first line of script, or this first script, and paste it into the terminal. I already have it installed, so all I really need to do is do cd fluxion, and then inside of Fluxion just simply run the fluxion.sh. When fluxion.sh is ran, it will check to see if the dependencies are installed. If not, it will automatically install them, which will take maybe another minute or so. And after you install the dependencies, it should take you to this page where you should select your language. My language is obviously English, so I'm going to select number 4. And that's going to show your wireless adapters, and mine is on WLAN 0. If yours did not come up, you can unplug it and replug it back in, and select number 2 to basically refresh the wireless interface page. Since mine's up here and it's WLAN 1, I'm going to select number 1, and it's going to put your device into monitor mode. If your device is currently being used, like to connect to the Wi-Fi, you're going to have to disconnect it, or else Fluxion will not put it into monitor mode. It can't be run in monitor mode. And the next thing is it's going to ask you to select a channel. I'm going to select all channels since I want to get all the access points in my area. But if you wanted to do a more targeted attack, you could simply select number 2 and select a specific channel. Now, as you can see in the top right, the Fluxion scanner is on and is currently scanning around me for wireless access points. And you can leave this on for like a couple seconds to a minute, doesn't really matter. I'm going to close out of this. Once you've closed out of it, you will get a list of access points that it has detected. It will tell you their security, the channel, and the BSSID, also the quality and the power. I'm going to be targeting number 7, so I will type in number 7. And once you have typed that in, or got the targeted router, it's going to bring up this page. It's going to ask you for, or it's going to give you a option to select captive portal or handshake snooper. Now, before we can use the captive portal, we first need to get a handshake. And in order to get the handshake, we have to select number 2, and this will basically de-auth the clients, so we can capture the handshake. And then once we use the captive portal, it will verify that handshake when they type in the password, if that makes any sense. So select number 2, and we have a few options here. We have monitor passive, AirPlay NG deauth, and the MDK3 deauth. The difference between passive and deauthentication is passive just waits until a client disconnects and reconnects to the access point for when we can capture the handshake, and deauth basically just kicks them off. Now, deauthentication has been patched in in 802.11w, and I don't think there's really a way to check. So you're just going to have to, I guess, try deauthentication. And for most parts, basically 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I would say that it is not patched. Basically all routers don't have it patched. Maybe only corporate buildings and such have it patched, because they obviously have to have a higher security. So for the most part though, deauthentication will work. So select number 2, and for the verification, choose the pirate verification. And what this will do is it will load up the windows that will start to send the deauthentication packets. As you can see in the bottom right, the deauth packets are being sent to my router. And on my phone, which you cannot see, It is currently, yep, it just got kicked off and it has reconnected to the router. Now, what this has done is essentially kicked off my phone from the router and reconnected it, but when the phone reconnected, it got the handshake. So if I go to Fluxion, Attacks, Handshake Snooper, and Handshakes, we have the handshake to my router right here. Now this is very important because we will need this in another attack, which is the Captive Portal, and this will basically authenticate the password or verify the password that the user types in. So if I go to number 1, which is the Captive Portal, and we are giving 2 options here, Ethernet and WLAN 0. Select WLAN 0, do not select Ethernet, so that'd be stupid. And what this will do is it will set up a captive portal. So we have the Rogue AP host APD and Rogue AP Airbase NG. Select host APD, and then it will ask you if this is the right handshake file. 90% of the time it is, but if you want to go double check, I just showed you where the directory was. So select yes, and then select pirate verification once again. And as you can see right here, the hash verification was complete. We can now create a SSL certificate, or we can detect one. I'm just going to create one, and it will give you a whole list of options here for your captive portal. It's going to give you a bunch of generic portals in different languages. It's also going to give you different types of portals, as you can see, with different languages. For this demonstration, I'm going to use generic, so I'm going to hit number 7. And once I hit number 7, in the top left, as you can see, it is showing that I'm connecting to the Rogue access point. And with the Rogue access point, as you can see right here, it's going to ask me for the WPA key. So if I type in a password, and in the top right, as you can see that it has found the Wi-Fi password. Now what will happen to the what will happen now is that it will kick my phone off of the captive portal and put it back onto the original. It will put it back onto the access point which it was on before. And in the top right, you can see we have the Wi-Fi password. So that's how you use Fluxion to get a Wi-Fi password. If you're having any troubles with this, then leave a comment down below and I will be sure to help you out. And leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content on my channel. This is my first video, so yeah, anyways, hopefully I'll see you in the next one.